Hello, welcome. Um, my name is Odessa. It's so weird. Um, like I watch a lot of other YouTubers, so I know it's really interesting to me, and I was like, I feel like I can kind of do this. And I was talking to one of my friends recently, just telling her about like my everyday kind of thing, and she was like, "Wow, Dessa, like that's kind of interesting. That's crazy. Wow, like maybe my life really isn't that boring. Maybe it's something other people would be interested in watching or knowing about, or if, I could, I don't know, give kind of advice or precautions not to do certain things. Um, so I was like, okay, well, let me just start it. And I've been talking about doing this for a little while. Sorry, it's all moving. It's on my phone. Talking about doing this for a while. It's like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and start. Should be studying right now, but my room was dirty. I had laundry I had to fold up and just put away, and I don't know. That's kind of how I de-stress. But I was like, you know what? Now's a good time. It's quiet. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. But yeah, my name's Dessa. Um, Originally from California, but I moved to Texas. I think about 3 years ago, almost about 3 years now, and moved to Texas originally to go to nursing school. So I got there, a couple years went past, I'm doing my prereqs and applying to this school, getting denied, applying to that school, getting denied, entrance exams, and so on and so forth, and working and all that, and living situation got crazy for a minute. If you want to know about that, leave a comment or something, and we could definitely do a whole story time because it got real. But yeah, like along the way, actually the day I left from California, the day before I left, I was contacted by kind of like a recruiter for a school, and we, exchanged information. She sent me some information, and I looked at it along the way, but I was trying to stay more local since I knew I was moving to Texas. I wanted to stay in the area, at least in the state, because I was planning on getting residency there and things like that. But I don't know, it just didn't work out that way, and it just so happened to be that it kind of worked out, and I ended up going out of state for it. So I don't know, I'll just go into the part like how I found out for interviewing and things like that. So what was it? It was in May of this year. So I dropped my boyfriend off at the airport, and I moved in the next day, like a surprise thing for when he came back. Not crazy, like we talked about it before, but he'd been asking me to, and I was like, no, not yet. So I was like, okay, when he comes back, it'll be kind of how we talked about. So dropped him off, moved in, got sick as a dog, like the flu, something, I don't know, it was real bad. So I wasn't feeling good at all, and then I got an email from the school that I'm at now that I was invited to like an interview. I was like ecstatic, but it was the following week. I'm like, dang, how can I get off from work? Can I change my schedule with somebody, switch days? I gotta get a plane ticket, gotta get a car, a hotel, all that. And it just kind of, I don't know, I was able to make it work. But it was like in the middle of nowhere in Utah, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm talking to my sister about it, and she's like, are you sure you want to go to school in Utah? I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. It's an accelerated program. It's 16 months. I can get it out of the way, knock it out. It doesn't matter. I could be on the North Pole, really. And as long as I'm in school, I can study and pass it. It doesn't matter where I'm at. And so I go there. I get my interview. I'm sick as a dog still, just feeling horrible. But once I'm like checked into my hotel room, my boyfriend, he called me because he went to go visit some family back home. He's originally from out of the country, so he went with his parents, and he was like, well, make sure you print out all your stuff and have it in a folder. Like, something else to do now, something else to add to the list. But I'm like, I gotta go to the store anyway, like to Walmart, to get some medication because I couldn't even breathe. It was bad. So I go there, I get sheet protectors and a folder and all this other stuff, right? Print out everything. So I have a copy of my transcripts, copy of my TS exam scores, tongue twister there, and like, you know, my first aid, like CPR, BLS, all that stuff, you know. So get it all together in my folder, go to my interview. I'm nervous, shaken, just the anxiety is like way up, you know. And then what happened from there? So we do the interview. I'm asking questions. They're asking me questions, of course, little scenarios. What would you do if? How do you feel about such and such? And I was like, just bear with me because my voice is cracking. I'm just trying to get this done. But I wanted to kind of give some really good examples to leave an impression. And I left not knowing how it was going to go, if it was going to go good. I was just really anxious about it. So I would say maybe 3 weeks or so passed. And my boyfriend's back by this time. So maybe it was like a month now. But he's back. And, you know, I'm at work one day. And this job, I was already trying to get out of there. It was like, try to get into school. If not, get a different job. Because this place, like, workplace politics was just getting to be too much. It was drama. I got written up for some stupid stuff. And I was just really frustrated at that place. And it was just taking so much out of me. And I was out one day on my break. And I got a phone call from the school. And so I answered it, you know, trying to be polite. Yes, this is she speaking. How can I help you? Oh, yes, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay, so would you be interested in going to the other campus? Because they have a school in Utah, which is like a smaller campus, but then they have like a bigger one that's more prominent, I guess you could say, in another location, which was closer. And I was like, yes, like, of course. I would much rather not be where it snows all the time. And so he was like, okay, perfect. So we're going to switch you over to the other campus. And it starts in July. You need to have your paperwork in a couple of weeks. And I'm just like, okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, just thank you. All right, I'm going to send you this. You should get it soon. Contact me if you have any questions. Da, da, da. So I get off the phone and I'm like, wait a minute. He just said I was accepted. Like, wait, did I hear that right? It didn't register until I actually hung up the phone. So I was like, dang, it finally happened. I've been trying to get back into nursing school since I left my original college in 2010. I was at Hampton in Virginia. I left there, moved back to California, and it was different prereqs from Hampton originally to going back on the West Coast for school. So I was trying to do other prereqs, and then certain stuff was too old for my grades, and yada. So I just couldn't believe what I heard. And I just started bawling, crying in the car, just thank God that all this work, all this time, all this effort, it wasn't for nothing. And I just kept thinking all those times that I got denied, and it never worked out. And I used to beat myself up about it so much. And chemistry was always real hard for me. So I was just so stressed out and all the time. And I was like, it was like I could finally exhale, you know, just all this time it's been stacking. All of a sudden, just, I got in. I did it. I was so happy. I was so happy. And then it hit me. I had to go back into work. My break was over. I still didn't like this job. I was like, screw this place. I'm about to go to nursing school, like, you know, but I still gotta get my money. Still gotta pay my bills and tight, you know. So I'm like, dang, how can I get out of the rest of this shift? Like, I shouldn't have to be at work. This is a good time. And now I gotta go deal with some drama and these people being crazy and so on. But I had to stay at work. So I didn't even get a chance to call anybody because I was trying to gather myself, get my face right to go back into work. And so I had to wait till my lunch break to call people. So I told my boyfriend first. Wouldn't you know, after all of this time, practice, all the motivation, all the support, like, I got you, babe, I got you. He was like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's it? Oh, okay. Like, this is what we've been working towards. Like, you're not excited, you're not, And he was like, well, congratulations. I was like, what? Like, what's your problem? You're supposed to be happy. I thought this was gonna be like a big, huge celebration for both of us. He wasn't really excited for a while. And I think at that point it really hit him that it wasn't just me going on an interview or the possibility. At this point it was like, okay, this is really happening now. She's moving. She just moved in. We only get to live together for a month and a half, maybe. He just wasn't really happy at first. He's come along now. I don't want to make it seem like he's a bad, unsupportive person. That's not it. It just really hit him like we were going to be apart after we spent so long apart before we even got together, because I met him at Hampton in 2008. So, we were friends, and it's like, at the time I was dating someone from high school that turned into like some craziness. If you want to know about that, definitely put it in the comments. We can do a story time, because I'll tell you that's part of the reason why I ended up moving to Texas anyway. I just needed to change the scenery. I needed to change it all up, because that just was too much. But anyways, yeah, so I told him he wasn't really excited. I was like, all right. Then I called my sister, and I'm like boohoo crying. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I did it. I got in. I did it, And she was just like, I knew you would. I knew we were gonna get it. It was just a matter of time of finding the right place. And that's really what it was. I had applied to some schools in Texas, like I mentioned, denied from a lot of schools. But, a couple months after I got into school where I am now, it was a big flood. And the school that I was gonna go to in Texas, disaster after the flood. And I mean, who knows? I could have been floating in the ocean somewhere. So in my mind and how I feel, everything really does happen for a reason. And I'm just thankful, happy, stressed out. Right now I'm in adult health 1. We've done our pharmacology fundamentals, basics like that so far. So we're really starting to get into it. And I'm just excited. But yeah, so I'll see how it goes. I'm gonna post, as much as I can. We'll see if I get any comments. I'll just post a couple on, like, every once in a while, maybe a couple a week, and see how it goes. Yeah, talk about school, life. I'm not really into makeup or anything like that. I can try some stuff, but yeah, just see how it goes. I need an outlet from school, so hopefully along the way, if anybody's thinking about an accelerator program, ask a couple questions. I can let you know how it's going so far. Anything about life, relationships, have a little bit of experience enough. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.